we explain that the reason why we are having this campaign is to make sure that our HDB heartlands enjoys rejuvenation, a makeover, because you have new estates coming up and the old estates compared to the new estates look a little bit run down. Then you have the middle-aged estates who are also not doing, a little bit tired in certain places. So we have started this ROH Remaking Our Heartlands program in order to make sure that over time all our HDB heartlands will be able to enjoy the benefits of the upgrading programs that HDB is doing.
Dear residents, ladies and gentlemen, let me first, on behalf of all of us here, thank Mr. Masterplan for gracing our event this afternoon. You see, when we found out we were going to make a major announcement, we lobbied early with HDB for him to make his announcement here. Very happy that we're acting ahead of time. We got this advantage of having this national plan announced here in our country. You just heard Minister Ma announce the next batch of towns under the Remaking Our Heartland initiative. And Hougang is privileged to be one of the 3 churches, temples, mosques, and for a long time, a tradition that Zubangye procession, beginning in Johor Bahru, will come down here, then up Serangoon, to Gangka, to the water, where the boats are burned. And some of these traditions, we must try to recapture for the future. And if you go to the churches, temples, and mosques, you will see icons, images of the past in many of the things that they do. Culturally, churches, every time they have a feast day, not only the local Catholics turn up, all those who are connected one way or another from all over the island come, partly to celebrate Mass, partly because the food is always very good. This corridor linked up to the other parts of Singapore. So where Upper Paya Lebar met the Serangoon corridor, you had Mokokyo, 5th milestone. So from very early, a community developed around it because 2 main arteries met. 1 mile up, that's where the old Tampines Road met the Serangoon corridor. Because Tampines from there, trading all the way to Changi Beach. A very important corridor. 1 more further up, that's where the road took off to Punggol, Tekotio. And finally, Gangka, the fishing port, an outlet to the straits, the Johor River, to the sea. You know, young Singaporeans, because of the way the whole place has been redeveloped, they remember vaguely that there are all these landmarks. They hear from the parents, they hear from grandparents, from the uncles and aunts. But they are not able to relate it to the present. But it doesn't mean that the feelings are not there, that the emotions are not there. And if in our plans we can recapture some of these resonances from the past for the future, then we will have the development that is not only physically attractive, functional, but also emotionally satisfying, linking us back to our forebears, to our ancestors, who were the pioneers of Singapore. Today, Hougang is a modern town with 7,000 households, 170,000 residents. It is interesting that many who live here choose to live here because maybe they were born here, maybe they grew up here, maybe they have close relatives here, because they have emotional links to the place. In the remaking of Hougang, our vision is to enrich and to engage. This means connecting the future to our past. We are not only concerned with physical development, but also with community development. And our heritage, the memories that we have as a community, they are something to treasure. Community development means involving those who live here, those who have connections here, in our plans for the future. And Upper Serangoon Road, the entire corridor, is an important part of our story. The stretch between 3 milestone and 6 milestone, between Wokocha and Nakocha, will be turned into a heritage corridor with street sculptures and storyboards. And I think it's good for young people to know the old places which their parents and grandparents frequented. These are emotional anchors which give us our sense of time and place. And going further along Upper Serangoon Road, we arrive at the present Hougang Town Centre where we are now. In the last 10 years, this Hougang Central area has been transformed almost beyond recognition because of the arrival of MRT. When the MRT station was opened just here, the town centre faced the other direction. So little by little we have to orientate the town and connect it to the MRT station. So Aupong Mall, just behind you, have gone through many renovations. Hougang Plaza has been recently spruced up. Then Kangkau Mall, which is where we have the food court and the 24-hour supermarket, that has become bustling. And in between, in interstitial spaces, we have little shops, we have the car parks, the community spaces, and after HDB introduced electronic parking, the traffic flow has improved considerably. Still a lot of problems, but by and large, much better than what it was in the past. With the new development coming up before us, this place, the economy of the place, will be changed again beyond recognition.